Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Jake.
Like for example, we have massage. I would be so down to do that. Alright, I will catch you guys. I'm probably gonna call you or FaceTime you about the placement and stuff just to make. Welcome back. And if you're here, this means that this is either your first video or you've been along for the whole journey. And if it's your first video, there's a bunch of other stuff right here that you're gonna be able to follow along with. And if you've been here before, welcome back. But let's catch everybody up to speed. So, as of right now, we've raised $108,000 for Lectra. And 50,000 of that came within the last week and 4 years of work. So it's a process that has taken a ton of time. And we have some pivotal engineering that would be able to move the company forward. And to do that, we took on some expenses. So it cost us $50,500 exactly. And we have $48,683 in the bank, which means that we are in just good enough shape to be able to keep rocking and rolling. Because if we have to, I would cover the difference. But I took on all of the contract work before we had the money in the bank. And it's okay saying this because this video won't be posted until well after we have all the engineering done and ready to go. So it's okay. But you guys are knowing before anybody else is knowing that I took a little bit of risk on this one just to make sure that we got everything done, which we did. And at the time you're seeing this, we're probably going to be already working with the NFL and the NBA, which is super exciting, and I'm ready to go with that. First, my brother and I have to hit a bike ride. It's Saturday, and we haven't gotten our legs in Saturday, which means it's due time for some miles.
I have no clue to tell. Go get a different bike.
My pickleball glasses actually double as amazing biking glasses too. All right. Let's do this. All right, so we got, how many miles was it?
12.31 miles.
12.3 miles, and I don't know if you saw the bike that I was using, but that bike is not built for 12.3 miles. Nah. No, it was not. You were cooking, and we got what, 400 something calories?
Yeah, only 412.
It felt like we should have way more, because it was like an hour and a half bike ride. It was ridiculous.
Nah, I felt like over 75% of that was hills too.
Yeah, we were on uphill the whole time. So I'm gonna go in. This is when Lectra would be perfect, by the way. It's like, if you're going for a cool down, I'm gonna go in and I would put it on my thighs and it would feel absolutely incredible. But now it's like, what are you going and doing?
I'm gonna stretch and
Stretch on it.
take a shower.
Ready for dinner? Got some pollo asado chicken.
Play some Minecraft, I don't know.
Well, I'm getting in and I gotta finish the app. That's the big thing tonight. Finishing the app, making sure I'm ready to rock and roll. And it is like what, 8 o'clock on our side?
7:45.
7:45 p.m. and that means I am just gonna start getting texts from our engineers overseas asking where the app is, which right now is not done. So we gotta make sure we're ready to go rock and roll and do that. All right. Luke's got some job leads. Ellie's making money. And we got our first big check today. So I think
to Lectra, to possible job, to job.
Cheers.
Here we go.
Congratulations to the future.
All right, we just hit a quick 3-mile run, and now I have to make sure that the app is finished. I was woken up really early by our engineers, as usual, and now we gotta make sure everything's done. So I worked on it late last night, into the night. I still couldn't finish it because there was a lot more functionality that I was thinking of, and we design our programs, and then we meet with my head of healthcare, who's going to help us optimize exactly what we want for different activities. We send it over to the engineer, he designs the programs, and then my designer and my other designer will come together and design the graphics around that. Once it's finished, we meet with a regulatory individual to make sure that's all HIPAA compliant, and then we also meet with my one advisor who has a PhD in human performance and biokinesiology, and then we shoot the videos around placement and putting the tape on. Now we just gotta make it happen. We have the exact like blueprint of what we need to do, and when it's all said and done, like we're still $1,500 short. So I need to raise a $500,000 check right now. Let's do this. Okay, I was gonna say to start, this is good because then we can go crazy with like, there's a lot more stuff I wanna add that's like all integrated into this already. For example, like more apps to be able to connect, more activities to be able to do. I also don't think we need 5 intensity settings. We could just say, it's about...
Hey, keep playing my bad.
Well, you're good. I was just gonna say it's about like resonating with people, like finding a common ground with people that they can go back to every single time. So it's like not everybody's gonna be doing the same thing. And yeah, I'm a full agreeance of giving people as little options as possible so they don't feel overwhelmed. But at the same time, we have to make these settings also create a common ground with people to be able to find something that's like speaks to them, for example. All right, little change of scenery for this Father's Day. We're at my uncle's right now, but I was like, we gotta finish this app stuff. Especially if we're bringing in the money tomorrow, we gotta hit the deadlines that I told everybody that we're gonna hit. So it's like, this is what I was talking about, where when you're doing your own thing, it's awesome and it's super fun, but at the same time, it's like, you trade a 9 to 5 for a 24/7. That's 100% true. But the difference is like, I absolutely love this. Like, so I have no problem sitting down and doing it all day, every day, which is what I hope everybody's able to find. So we have everything here. Let me see if I'm connected to the internet. And look at this little guy. Hi. Hi. Best partner to help you grind out an app. Let's go. All right. I think the next part, I know you can't see that very well, but I think the next part is looking really good. So we finalize it and then send it out tonight. Let's do it. All right, so I was feeling a little bit under the weather last night, so I wasn't really able to like do most of the app because I kind of just came right back home and fell asleep. So today is, we have a huge VC pitch. We got turned down by this one firm that like, they've rejected me 3 times. This is the 4th time. And every single time they come back with different reasons. So I think it just means that they don't know what they're talking about, or they just don't want to be involved. Either or, it doesn't really matter. There's so many others that we're talking to, so it's not a big deal. So I need to follow up and make sure that we get to 30K today. Big. Getting the app done. Big. I had a call about this company investing $1 million in us. Big. But they're like, we want to see the whole reimbursement process. How we go from start to finish. That opens up another can of worms of stuff we got to do. So pitch, app, reimbursement.
Yeah, so these are pretty simple. Try to keep the views kind of nice. I had to do a section view on a couple of these, which is like kind of confusing to the eye. Basically, you just cut it here, right, and then it's moved over to show the depth of these holes because there wasn't a better way to do it. Something I'd left off of this was like the hinge, like the exact hinge diameter. Right. I'm imagining that will probably end up being like a manufacturer specified thing. Like it's not really a standard practice for a lot of places. So I figured I would just kind of, I'll probably add a note at some point that there's a hinge there, and they will determine how to do that best.
Easy to get.
Little garlic satay, pollo asado marinated chicken, but we have a manufacturing meeting in 6 minutes, so I gotta eat fast, and this is a lot of food. Now we're going up to Canada tomorrow. As I'm finishing this now, we have the big pitch on Friday. We have more follow-up pitches this week, but I'm going up to Canada tomorrow with my friend, and we're gonna enjoy some time up there while I'm also making sure that we're raising this money, getting the prototypes done. And because honestly, guys, this is really stressful. Like on me, I know I absolutely love making the videos and doing this, but like the process of building the business itself, it's nice to continue the same level of productivity, but switch the locations. It helps with mental state and clarity and understanding like that there are situational upsides based on scenery. So it's like just switching your spot around sometimes is fire. And that's what I like doing. And we have this place upstate, and I was like, let me do the same thing I do at home, but from a view at the beautiful lake. So I'm gonna get back, I'm gonna finish that. I have to finish some the reimbursement stuff that I was talking about, and then tomorrow we're gonna hit the ground running. And next time I talk to you guys, we'll be in a car. So I'll catch you then. So we just skipped the car ride completely, and we're already here. We're back like we never left. And there's a ton of stuff we got to catch up on right now. So it's like the app's done, but there's changes we got to do, like actual fundamental changes, not to the Figma, but to the actual app itself. So we're making the changes there. We're meeting with our manufacturers. We got to send them stuff over. And then what was the other stuff that I'd said? We're going to do it in 3 days. Oh, and it's just stuff with the manufacturers and working with the creative team on graphic design for the app. We have to do this ASAP. So it's top of the list, highest priority right now. All right, we got everything done, which is absolutely incredible. It almost feels like a gigantic weight was lifted off our shoulders. We got in contact with our guys overseas. We're able to figure out everything, and then we celebrated with a little jet ski ride. And now we're either gonna get some ice cream, get some food, or walk around, because this is just like a beautiful spot, beautiful place. We're in the Thousand Islands in New York, which is like right next to Canada, and the entire place is so freaking nice. And we were up here a couple of weeks ago, and it was 60 degrees. Now it's like upper 80s into the 90s, so it's absolutely incredible. We made sure to put the AC in as well, and it's about kind of just like taking off a little bit of steam. Oh my gosh, I thought that got hit. But enjoying your surroundings, enjoying your time a little bit, and we're gonna go enjoy, walk around. I want you guys to see it real quick, and then it's right back to work tomorrow morning. Let's get it.
A tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made. It usually doesn't rain in Southern California, much like Arizona. My eyes don't shed tears, but boy they pour when I'm thinking about you. Oh, no, I've been thinking about you.
All right, so our neighbors also just bought a brand new boat as I'm here walking through the woods, and we just had dinner and they invited us onto a new boat ride. So I feel like it's rude to say no, right?
Oh no, I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do you not think so far ahead?
I honestly, I like the hat that you're wearing more right now, honestly. Don't you like his hat more?
So, don't laugh. I never.
You should put that on now.
I think it looks way better.
That's just a town when you drive in.
Again, it's about working hard and also playing hard, enjoying everything you get to do. But now it's really from here back to work. We're back at it tomorrow, prepping for the interview. It's game time. Alright, so we just got back from breakfast and I've had our team texting all day making sure that we get this shit done. So it's like our design stuff of the app is done, now we're actually building it, so they have like pushback on it and we gotta make sure that it's ready to go. This is where it gets a little bit stressful because right now we're going on a boat ride. Like my family wanted to go and do stuff, so we're going on a boat ride, but we also have to get a lot of stuff done for the team too, and it's like a lot of back and forth and making sure that we like are able to get everything done, from having fun and also working hard too. So we gotta multitask on the boat. Like for example, a lot of my team works in a further time zone than I do, so they're already working past like normal working hours, making sure that we're staying on our timeline, because what we're gonna have to do is finalize the settings and finalize the programs for the app, and then they have to go through and code them all, and then they have to create the firmware that's going to connect to the phone, and then they have to optimize the software to be able to work with iOS, and then build the firmware around being able to connect everything. So I have to come up with all the programs and like create the user interface pretty much, and then I send it to their guy to build it. he checks in with our graphic design guy, make sure everything looks good, and then they send it to the engineer and build it. And I know I've talked about this before too, but it's like, it's a flywheel that's consistently moving, and there's no turn off because it's a 12-hour difference in some places and it's a 6-hour difference in other places. So it's like you're consistently working, you're consistently getting taxed, and it gets like a little nerve-wracking, but again, it's like you trade the 9 to 5 for the 24/7. That's how it goes.
Without doing vinyl floors, we could have kind of maybe just with the carpet.
Left it.
We finished everything finally for the day, and we're spending the rest of the day going over to Canada. We're going to Gananoque?
Yeah.
Gananoque and Brockville.
Just get
But they're far from each other, right?
Yeah, we're not going to close.
So we're pulling up here on the border right now.
Piss me off, somehow she still get whatever she want. Talking about a nigga from the Nella as a home. Hit it in the shower, made her tell me what she want. Like I'm singing Miss, I made her tell me what she want. She on a power trip again. I know power got me buying again.